Yo, welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, coming to you on a Tuesday night live from Los Angeles, California. And tonight we are here to talk some Los Angeles Dodger baseball. As the Dodgers head to Tokyo, Japan, headed by their Japanese stars, Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and Roki Sasaki, going home to pitch in front of their countrymen and countrywomen in Tokyo. The Dodgers are traveling to Japan and bringing some of Japan's finest with them to face off against the Chicago Cubs in Game 1 and 2 of the Major League Baseball season, in which the Dodgers are looking to repeat in 2025. And like last year when they went to Korea, this year they're going to Japan. The Dodgers are not just heading to Japan to win 2 baseball games. They're heading to Japan to further plant their Dodger flag in Japan and continue to paint Japan blue, Dodger blue. The brightest of stars. Look at this 3-headed monster on the screen right here. Look at this. You got a future, probably 2 future Cy Young Award winners, potentially some MVPs on the mound. Multi-time MVP in Shohei Ohtani. First ever 50-50 member of MLB, Shohei Ohtani. And there's 2 world champions on the screen right here. And there's about to be 3. There's about to be 3. When the Dodgers win it again this year with Roki. So exciting times to be a fan of the Los Angeles Dodgers as they head to Tokyo, Japan. There's going to be a ton of Dodger fans in Japan, not just Dodger fans traveling to Japan, but the local people of Japan who love the Dodgers, watch the Dodgers, root for the Dodgers because their brightest stars play for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And it's no secret why Roki Sasaki joined the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's no secret that Yamamoto joined the Los Angeles Dodgers. And it's no secret why Ohtani joined the Los Angeles Dodgers, and there are more to come. There are more to come. This is just a showcase. This is the Dodgers going in there to win 2 Major League Baseball games, official games, and then further recruit to the future stars of Japanese baseball to come play for the Los Angeles Dodgers in Los Angeles. It's going to be incredible. We're going to be full-fledged recruiting these guys for years. Every time there's a major free agent coming out of Japan. The Dodgers, unless they don't have interest, are going to be at the very top of the list for every single one of them all the time. They have branded it. They have been going after Japan stars forever. They've been putting in the work before anyone else did, and it is reaping the benefits. Class A organization, Class A staff, Class A roster, Class A minor league system. Who doesn't want to be part of that? You hear the stories. You hear what these players talk about, what their families talk about, the Dodger way, how they're treated. You hear about it. These players hear it across the pond, man. They hear it in Japan. They hear it in Korea. They hear it in the Dominican Republic. They hear it in Puerto Rico. They hear it in Venezuela, Mexico. They hear it everywhere about what it's like to be a Los Angeles Dodger. And now they're about to head to Japan with these three monsters that you see on your screen right here, wearing Dodger blue, baby. So can't wait. I don't necessarily love 3 a.m. games, but it is what it is. The chat hustled me. I got my ass up, did the 3 a.m. game last year. I'm not committed to that yet this year. We'll have to wait and see about that. But the Dodgers have a very good chance to go in there, win games 1 and 2, defend their title, winning the first 2 games in Japan, and come home for a couple more spring training games, and then kick off the home opener series against the Detroit Tigers, man. So it's just about here, y'all. It's just about here. We are just about 7 days, less than 7 days now away from the Dodgers kicking off their repeat campaign for the 2025 World Series. And get ready. This is going to be a fun ride. It's going to be a wild ride. It's going to be an interesting season. It's going to be a lot of mix of the Dodgers just slaughtering people. If they got a little hiccup, people talking about they're overrated or they're choking or yada, yada, yada. Like, baseball is imperfect. Even when you feel you have a perfect team, baseball is imperfect. Baseball will humble you even at your heights. All right. Nothing is to be taken for granted. Nothing is to be expected. Everything is earned in baseball. Every single thing is earned in baseball. Every single hit is earned. Every single strikeout is earned. Everything is earned in baseball. And that's what I love about baseball. So just like the Dodgers earned last year's World Series championship, they will have to earn it again this year if they're to pull it off. They've got a great chance. They're the betting favorites. They've got all the tools to get it done. But in baseball, you don't just need talent on your side. You need some luck. Health is wealth in Major League Baseball. And I believe they got the chemistry. Believe they got the managing. They've got the front office. They've got the ownership group. They've got the stars. They've got the fans. They've got everything they need to accomplish this goal of repeating as a world champion. They got everything they need. All they got to do is go out there, perform on the baseball field, and bring home this trophy against Los Angeles. Now, who knows who's going to be that foe if they make it to the World Series, right? The Yankees are falling apart at the scene here. A lot going on there. Maybe some up-and-comers, some surprise teams coming out the AL. Maybe Boston. Maybe. We'll see what happens, right? Maybe Texas has a resurgence. Maybe. We'll see what happens here. Do the Houston trash trolls, or like cockroaches, don't ever go away? Are they going to make a run here? I would love to face them and beat them. I just don't know if they're going to have enough to get to the World Series. You talk about the National League. Usual suspects. Mets, Phillies, Braves, Padres. Cincinnati, I think, is going to have a sneaky good year. Sneaky good year. I don't think they're a World Series champion, but you know what it is in baseball, man. When the team gets hot, team gets streaky, got the bats going, with the arms going, the pen going, locked in, they can scare some people come playoff time. I think they'll get in. Does Kansas City take another leap? Do they move to the next level? What does Cleveland do? What does Milwaukee do? What do the Cubs do? What's Arizona look like? Who's the surprise team this year that comes out of nowhere? Right? These are all the talking points and the exciting things that we're going to talk about all Major League Baseball season. But first and foremost, the brightest stage with the brightest stars, with the best team in Major League Baseball, the Tokyo Series. Dodgers, Cubs, a week from today. I don't see anyone beating this team, man. But you saw what Roki did today. Just absolutely ridiculously filthy on the mound. I don't know who's beating this team. You know, the whole I couldn't watch it live today because I was at work. So I just kept telling Joe. Shout out to Joe Sora. I kept telling Joe, yo, let me know if anything crazy happens. Let me know how Roki does. Joe proceeded to give me a play-by-play of the game, which is Joe's way. But he was incredible. He was incredible. And this is what it's going to be like for majority of the season, is watching these incredible players perform for our team here. And I'm excited to talk Dodger baseball all season. I'll be doing my normal Laker coverage as well. No game tonight. Worked the Lakers yesterday. Went a few weeks without doing any Dodger coverage, so I'm trying to make up for that as I was getting back into basketball. But let me know, man, what are your biggest things you're looking forward to at the start of this MLB season? What are you looking for? Do you think the Dodgers take both games? Do you think they split? Do you think they go 0-2? How do you think the countrymen perform in Japan? What do you think that crowd's going to be like? Talk about a disadvantage for the Cubs. They got some Japanese players too, and I'm sure their countrymen will be cheering for those players. But when it comes to the teams, I think it's going to be a landslide that Japan and the Japanese fans are going to be rooting for the Dodgers. I think that's just inevitable. The Dodgers seem to be Japan's team, have been for a while. They will continue to do so. And if they go in there, man, and Yamamoto, Roki, and Ohtani all dominate, which is very, very possible, might even be likely. And I know that's just Japan stars. You're bringing in Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Blake Snell, Tyler Glasnow, all these guys in Dodger blue on the roster out there, right? Those guys aren't going to pitch, but the bullpen guys will. The batter's going to bat, right? But you're just going to see this parade of future Hall of Famers coming through Tokyo wearing the Dodger jersey. And you're just further just promoting the Dodger brand to Japan and getting these guys in the future, man. Even as soon as next offseason. Murakami may even come and play third. Last year of Muncie's deal. Who knows? Who knows? We could sit here. We could be here 3-4 years from now and have a Dodger team that's like 60% from Japan. I'm not kidding. As crazy as it sounds, it's possible. It's possible. Because the Dodgers, I'm telling you, it's why they got Roki. It's why they got Yamamoto. It's why Ohtani wanted to come here. They've built the pipeline, man. They've built the pipeline from Japan to LA. And there's no end in sight. There's no end in sight. And this game, man, I just hate the fact that it's 3 a.m. on a weekday. 3 a.m. on a weekday, man. If this was like a 3 a.m. on a Saturday morning, Sunday morning, and you out there, you could barbecue at 2 a.m. and get ready, right? Have a couple drinks, chill. But they're doing this in the middle of the week, man. Come on, MLB. You got to be better than this. At least put it to the weekend. Give us a chance. Give us a chance to enjoy this. Give us a chance to have some fun. Give us a chance to watch this. You'd have the city of LA up and popping, partying in the middle of the night watching Dodger games if you guys did this right. Now, I understand this is based around, the people in Japan, right? Schedule and all that to promote the game. Understand that. I'm just saying, I wish. I wish it was a respectable time so I don't have to get up in the middle of the night and go into work like a straight zombie from watching this baseball game. But I did it last year, man. I was dead. I was super dead. Super, super dead. So we're getting closer, y'all. Appreciate y'all being here. You guys can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. Once again, I'm Empire Jeff. This is EmpireJeffTV. Make sure to drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. You can also become a member to the channel by tapping that join button or the first link in the description. For less than the cost of lunch, you can become a member for an entire month. You can also hit that super chat or tap that Cash App $ Empire Jeff to help support the channel. Follow us on all our socials at EmpireJeffTV everywhere. Twitter, X, IG, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. EmpireJeffTV. And so I got a message coming across the string here. You can also make sure to get your MLB, NBA, NFL gear, and more. Make sure to use our link to get special discounts, and your purchase also helps support the channel. We have partnered with the good people at Fanatics, so when you order via them through us, they take care of us because we sent you their way. Another great way to get the gear you love and the gear you buy anyway, and a great way to help support the channel. Your order experience will not change, just the channel gets hooked up when you purchase through them. So, BC, what's going on, man? Appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're having a good night, my guy. Trolling Bandwagon Alliance says TBA Dodgers until another team wins it, Jeff. That's funny. You're a true bandwagon, man. Go Dodgers. Absolutely. Absolutely. Leon says, Yamasaki. Talk about another player. What's going on, Rand? Can't wait to see what exclusive merch they have at Tokyo Series official store. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of merch, and that stuff's gonna be making itself all over the internet too for people slanging them, man. BC says, okay, let's see here. Roki looks good in spring training. Blake Snell would open. Yamamoto in second game. No, so Blake Snell is going to pitch the domestic home opener in LA, the first game against the Tigers. So it's going to be Yamamoto game one. It's going to be Roki Sasaki in game two. And then game one at Dodger Stadium, when they start the 3-game set against the Tigers, Blake Snell, Glass now will more than likely be games 1 and 2 of that series. So no, it's not going to be those guys aren't going to pitch in Japan. It's going to be Yamamoto in game 1, and it's going to be Sasaki in game 2. Yamamoto, yep, there we go. Yamamoto, just like that. Blake Snell will pitch one of the exhibition games. Yeah, he'll pitch one of the exhibition games, but he's not going to pitch in the regular season, quote unquote, one that counts. Then he'll make his season debut at home against the Detroit Tigers. BC still on the DFA CT3 train here. Bum is wasting a roster spot, 219, 567 OPS. Dan Inspiration says, I'm not too confident, man. Imanaga was a beast last year, is what you mean? No, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Roki may go for exhibition matches. By the way, Tony Gosselin injury is hurting before the start. Yeah, I think Roki's going to start, man. I think he's going to start game 2. LA is inevitable. This is true. This year, Red Sox will trounce New York Yankees. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The New York Yankees just have had some type of witchcraft from it all started with the grand slam from Freddie Freeman. And then it kind of reached its pinnacle, obviously, in game 5 of the World Series. And then this offseason with just all these injuries and things and falling apart. And I don't know which witchcraft or which voodoo or someone got to rub an egg across their head or whatever it is. Whatever they got to do to get out of this funk, whatever spirits or things that they upset, whatever they have disturbed, they need to get it right. They need to fix it. And I don't know if there's any saving it this year. If you're the Yankees, I mean, you almost have to call San Diego, say, what's up with Cesar King or Rice? What's up with these guys? Let's talk. They don't have a very impressive minor league system. So it's going to be hard to get guys like that because the Padres are looking for guys that they can either flip later or contribute later by way of prospects. So I don't know if they're going to be able to have what it takes to get those guys. When it comes to Vladdy Jr., what are you going to give up to Toronto for Vlad? What are you going to get? If Toronto decides to trade Vlad and make him a rental, half the league's going to go after him if he's a rental, right? The Yankees have the means to pay him in the offseason, right? But the Mets may outbid them again. However, are they going to give everything they have for another rental like they did with Soto and then lose out on Vlad Jr. to the Mets again after losing Soto, after trading those guys for Soto? Do you want to repeat that history? What do the Yankees even do here? Michael King might be their best bet. Go get the guy you traded for Soto. Go get him. Maybe that's more possible than Cesar or Rice. But outside of that, I don't know how they make this team better when they don't have a very deep roster in the farm system that other teams are lining up to get. That's what makes the Dodgers so special, yo. They got the current team. They got talent on every level of the minor leagues. They got the money. They got the organization. They got everything. They're almost a perfect franchise. The New York Yankees are not that. No other team in baseball is. The Dodgers are the standard. Point blank, period. They are the standard. Absolutely the standard. Let's see. BC says, Jeff and LFB going head to head. Oh, I didn't even know they were live right now. They're live. Shout out to Lakers Fast Break, man. Make sure to go to subscribe to them. I had no idea they were live right now. So shout out to them. Make sure to go give LFB a sub if you guys haven't done so already. Japan Dodgers instead of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Yeah, it's starting to feel like that, Cuba. The way that these guys are taking over MLB and Japan. I mean, they're putting in the work over there, man. Planting seeds, roots in Japan that are further going to contribute to the city of Los Angeles and championships. You're going to see multiple champions in LA representing Japan over the next 10 years. Nando says, Kim is better than Taylor. So is Rosario. Yeah, I mean, right now. But again, I think there's a lot of different reasons why CT3 is here and why he will not be DFA'd The Dodgers obviously, are trying to be respectful and thankful to what he's done for them in the past. Also, want to make sure he gets his 10 years of service time. It's kind of frowned upon when a team drops someone a year before their 10 years. And the Dodgers, who are known for taking care of players and most importantly, taking care of their own, I highly doubt they're going to DFA Taylor. I highly doubt. I don't even think they would trade him anywhere unless they had assurances he wouldn't be DFA'd. Like, I just think they really want to look out and take up for him. And, other players take notice of this. The way they treat not only Ohtani and Mookie and Freddie, but the way they treat someone like Chris Taylor right now is observed by other teams and players. They take notice of this. This is what the Dodgers do. So I don't think that they will DFA him. They've got time to send, guys down. They've got room for this. Maybe at some point they trade CT3. But again, I think they want to make sure that he's good and gets taken care of. WBC is going to be lit next year with the Japanese stars on the Dodgers. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Dodgers should fleece the Yankees for top prospects and trade them some arms like Gonsolin or Miller. Yeah, I mean, the Yankees are going to have to reach around and call anybody, right? And the Dodgers, again, maybe the Dodgers get someone like the Yankees to take a CT3. Look, you need a couple of pitchers, fine, but you got to take one of our guys. You got to take one of these contracts. And maybe that's like a move that gets made. But I don't know about CT3 because he was one of those guys on the podcast kind of trash talking the Yankees, right, at Mookie's podcast. So I don't know if that's a guy that the Yankees would take, but it's going to be something like that, a team that's going to be maybe a little bit desperate to get a piece. And the Dodgers, maybe the Dodgers going to make someone eat a salary if they want some of the plethora of pitching that the Dodgers currently have right now. Let's see. Shohei determined to go into the WBC as a defending World Series champ and the defending WBC champ. Yeah, man, that'd be crazy. Has to win the 2025 World Series first. Absolutely. What's going on? Don't care. Said, what's up, Jeff? Ready for these Japan all-nighters? Oh, man. It's going to be brutal, man. I don't know how I'm going to pull this off. I'm gonna tell my job, like, look, I'm gonna work to like 10 p.m. Come home, take a nap, wake up, and then go into work at like 1 p.m. the next day or something. I'm gonna have to figure this out. I'm gonna have to figure it out. BC says 3 players out of the 40-man roster. Jeff, you getting what? A Fortnite skin? I don't even know what that is, bro. I know Fortnite. But I don't even know what this is. I'm not a video game guy. I have no clue even what that pertains to. Can they cut him as soon as he gets his 10 years? I mean, but as soon as he gets the 10 years, his contract will be over, I believe. So no, I don't think they're going to DFA him. I really don't. If they do, they do. But I mean, I'm not getting that they're going to DFA him right now. If they care more about Taylor and helping the MV3 offensively, they don't deserve to repeat and probably won't. No, that's not true. That's not true. It's just one guy in a 40-man roster, man. It's just one guy, BC. Come on. Don't be dramatic, BC. They obviously learned nothing from the 2022-23 postseason, averaging 2.5 runs a game. He's still on that postseason. Lakers, Dodgers for life. What's up, my guy? What's up, Jeff? I already predicted that the Yankees won't make the playoffs. Wow. Obviously back in the World Series, we sat back and was thinking that this might be something that's it might be perennial, right? But once it became pretty evident that Soto was not going to stay in the Bronx, and once it became evident some of the other things that went down, and you started to see they came back into the team they came back into spring training with, and then you start to see what happens with some of these pitchers. Now it's like, you're right. Other teams have made leaps, and the Yankees went backwards for sure. Yankees went backwards. I think people forgetting about the year the Orioles had, right? I think people are forgetting that Boston has come up. Texas had kind of a punt year, right? There's teams they're going to make it a lot more difficult in the American League this year for them, for sure. BC said they had 5 players who hit above 111 with the 2024 World Series. They could have used more help since it took Freddie breaking 3 World Series records to get half an hour offense. Hepatitis, see you later. What's going on, my guy? Dave Roberts just informed me that I'm headed to Tokyo. Got my cleats and glove ready. What's going on, my guy? I hope you're doing well. But they had no bench help. Yeah, I mean, yes and no. Their bench became starters is really what happened. Kike kind of took over because Miggy got hurt. Kiermaier was on the bench to be, defensive piece there, and then he wasn't even on the roster come playoff time. The bench, I think they've got guys, right? You got Rosario, who at one point will be on this team. Look, I don't think Chris Taylor is going to finish the year as a Dodger. I just don't think they're going to DFA him. I think if they can turn Rosario around, then if you got Conforto, if he can become something, then you got Kike, who's technically a bench / utility player. You've got guys who are technically bench players that are filling in starting positions when starters get days off. So it's a little different, even though like they're not quote unquote bench guys, they're not quote unquote starters. That's the good thing with having all these utility guys is these guys make a difference. Let's see what's going on. Aaron, appreciate you, brother. Japan friendies this weekend, LFG. Yeah, man. I'm excited, man. We are almost there. It just feels like yesterday that the season ended. We're already here. Covered the team the entire off season, covering the team now, going to cover the team all season while trying to balance basketball. Fun times, man. Fun times. I think Boston just leaped the Yankees. Boston is going to be a contender in the AL. I think so too. Look, let's talk about it. Like I said, you got Boston, right? You have Texas is probably going to have a rebound year. You have you still have Baltimore. One way or another, Houston always finds a way to matter. The Guardians had a fantastic year last year. The Kansas City Royals had a fantastic year this year. If any of these guys take a leap, right? If they go and take another leap, then you could be looking at some teams, other teams that can sneak in that chase these guys out of there. The Mariners had a good stretch and then just fell completely apart down the end and did nothing in the offseason, right? So I don't know what to expect out of them. But I think there'll probably be some teams that come out of nowhere. And it's wild because Oakland's starting to spend some money. So we'll see what happens with that team too. We'll see what happens because they're starting to spend some money. And that team was looking like a team that they're investing in. Maybe they make trades to even further improve it. But, Tampa Bay always finds a way to be relevant. There's going to be teams that no one is thinking about that comes out of nowhere, and that's baseball. Tampa is getting half of their injured players. Yeah, see, players back. Boston, top farm system in baseball, who are near ready. Baltimore, young and getting better. Yankees, Cook. Judge will be 34 when Cole pitches again. That's scary to even think about. It feels more special now that they're the defending champs. Oh, facts. Absolutely. What's up, Califas for Life 1-3? What's going on? I think NY go after Sandy A from the Marlins. And what's up, Jeff? What's going on, Califas? Yeah, I think Sandy's a chance for him. Like I said, Sandy, Michael King, Dylan Cease. There's going to be guys that they go after. Whether they get them or not remains to be seen. And there are guys around the league that are becoming free agents, and teams are going to know in early discussions with their agents is, what's it looking like? Are they going to be able to be extended, or they got to be a rental somewhere else? Like, there are guys that are going to be out there that you have to think about. Corbin Burns signing in Arizona. Like, what does that do for some of the guys who are going to be free agents on that staff? Like, do some of those guys become rentals depending on what happens with Arizona? Like, where are they going to be? There's a lot of guys who can potentially become rentals, and the Yankees might have to go into bidding for them. Ready for the season. Bought 4 new jerseys this week. That's what's up. What jerseys did you get? Don't care. What jerseys? Seattle not doing more is consistent with their history. This is true. Rand says, my hot take this year is that Aaron Judge will not win the AL MVP. I'm thinking Mike Trout has a resurgent year and returns to his old self in 2025. Whoa, man. Yeah, didn't he just get hurt again? I would love nothing more than to see Mike Trout play himself into a tradable asset where he can go somewhere and play, and we can see him in the postseason. I would love to see that. I'm not confident that is going to happen, though. I would love to see it, but not confident it's going to happen. Man, it's so satisfying seeing how the Dodgers ended the Yankees window. That was literally their one shot, and they won't get back there for another 10 years. Yeah, I feel like the Yankees, whatever window the Yankees might have had, was slammed shut in Game 5 of the 2024 World Series. It was. And it feels like they've just gone nothing but downhill ever since. And look, I take no pride in watching a franchise crumble, especially the way it happened. I feel bad for the fan base. I feel bad for the people covering the team. I feel bad for the content creators. I mean, that's a rough stretch there, man. That's a rough stretch. And it sucks. Let's see. Trade Trout to the Dodgers. There was a time where they believed that if the Angels were willing to trade Ohtani And if they would consider trading him to the Dodgers, that the Dodgers would have taken Trout's contract to get Ohtani. And now I don't think the Dodgers would trade for him, but that would be crazy. Trade for Trout and put him in right. Here we go. Meanwhile, the Dodgers window keeps getting bigger. We are getting healthier. 2026, a lot of our younger, cost-controlled young pitchers will be healthy. Facts. Do you think Murakami is worth 300 plus million? I don't know if he gets that. Maybe he does. It's way too early to know what he's going to get. I don't know if the Dodgers paid 300 million for him. I'm not sure about that. We'll have to wait and see on that. But that's a lot of money for a guy who's never hit in the majors. Pitchers are a little different to me, but maybe he gets that. Maybe he gets that. I don't know if the Dodgers are going to give him 300 mil. I'm not sure another team will. If that's his rumored market, I think that limits his market. So we'll have to wait and see about that. But I don't know if the Dodgers go that high. I don't know. Alfonso Lucio. What's going on, Alfonso? Hope you're having a great night, brother. Appreciate you for tuning in. Hey, Jeff, do you know some Ranger fans that got the Tetas cap? Oh, that was funny. You know what I saw that? You know, when I first saw those hats making their way around the internet before I saw the Texas one, I was like, who thought of this? Like, I was looking at it. But then when I saw the Texas one before I even heard the cat, heard or saw a cat, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Then those hats sold out, I thought. And then they took them down, right? Now, those are going to be flying all over the secondary market. Those are going to be flying all over the secondary market. Got two Ohtani home white and road jersey, Valenzuela 81, Mookie blue jersey. Nice. I love the blue jerseys. I got to get some more of those. I need some more of the Mookie blue, just the blue jerseys. I need to get Mookie, Ohtani, Yamamoto, Roki, Freeman. I want to stack up on the blue jerseys for sure. What's going on, Young Yi? Appreciate you. I wonder how many NPB rotation pitchers had TG surgery. You know they start once a week. I don't know exactly. I don't know really the answer to that, but yeah, they do kind of take it a little easier over there. The injuries are less, but they do get a little weird, random out of nowhere loss in velocity, and that even happened with Roki last year. And they talked about it in his free agent meetings. The homework assignment that he gave the teams was, what would you do to fix his dip in velocity, and what do you think caused it? And this is one of the things that his agent presented to teams to explain. And the Dodgers apparently offered a pretty good explanation at it. I can't wait for Dodgers versus Padres. Machado loves running his mouth. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't think Machado has said anything disrespectful. He's talking, right? I mean, I look at it, I get what you're saying. I do. I'm kind of looking at it like, what are these guys supposed to say? Like, if you think about it from this perspective, and this is just my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe I'm wrong. I just look at it from this perspective. When the Warriors were out there running the league in the NBA, and other teams were just like punting, right? And they're like, look, we have no chance in winning now. Let's just kick the can down the road, acquire some draft picks. Let's prepare for the post-Warriors NBA. And I always felt that was a sissy way to go about it. So I always had a little bit of respect for teams like the Houston Rockets and teams that were out there at least trying to compete and trying to beat them. I had some respect for that. And at the end of the day, well, you know, those guys can talk, and they did what they did, but we beat them. We beat them. So we shut them up from the standpoint of they're talking trash on the field. We got them, right? So, but part of me does admire the fact that they're not ducking it, that they still want to be in the fight, that they're still coming for it. The competitor and the trash talking and the appreciation for a team who still gives the effort, like the Rockets did against the Warriors. I do have an appreciation for that. I still want to beat the hell out of them. I still want to end their season again. But at the end of the day, I do have some respect for an organization that is still chasing it, even though everyone under the sun believes they don't have a chance at it. I guess that's kind of my stance on it. How much steam does this Muncy may retire after 2025 idea have, Jeff? I don't know if he retires, but he may take a reduced role, less money, maybe a bench role. Maybe he leaves the Dodgers and goes DH somewhere, but I think he's on record as saying as long as he's part of this, he doesn't care where he's at. So we'll see. We'll see what that comes to, but we'll see what his season looks like. If he has more injuries, if he misses a lot of time again, I think it's something that will be discussed and looked into. But right now, it's kind of wait and see. I'm getting that Texas hat. It's a good hat. Murakami deferred contract. Well, there's that too. There's that. But still, 300 mil, it's a lot of money. People saying Roki fastball won't translate over. Are you worried players might wait on it to take him deep? Well, you can wait on it all you want, but it doesn't mean you're going to spot it. You can think that some of his other pitches are fastballs and then swing and miss. So it's not as simple as that. But I mean, I really don't worry about Roki. I really don't. And especially as he gets more defined and he gets here and he matures and grows, I don't worry about Roki at all. Machado doesn't pay up to his bets. That's true. He didn't pay his bet to that fan. Remember that fan came back and said, hey, I want my money. Pay me my money. I want my money. That was comedy. That was comedy. We made Hogwatch retire. Yeah, I mean, he's done, right? Like he's done. Yeah, man, that was brutal for them, man. I talked about this in length last night about some of these creators who really last year's baseball season was a very special year, even for the teams that lost, like the creators who covered it, and that entire season was just special. There was something about it, and a lot of people were all in on that season, and as a result of that, man, there was a lot of heartbreak last year. A lot. It was one of the most exciting playoffs, one of the most exciting seasons, one of the most exciting pennant races. Everything about last year just felt right and special. And so when that came to an end for a lot of people, it was sad for them. And look, when I thought it was about to be over in San Diego, I started to feel it. And it started to feel like the season is over, and it was heartbreaking, man. And so those whose season actually ended, it was brutal for a lot of them. Hogwatch couldn't take the heat. Yeah, Hog talked a lot of trash, though. He talked a lot of trash. I was in that chat. Battling a lot of the guys. But when we won, I didn't. When we won. And I wouldn't have if he lost. It was while it was relevant. I genuinely did feel bad for him. Not all of his chat. I didn't feel bad for all of his chat because they said some unkind things to me when I kept it just trash talking about baseball. They took it to another place, right? But I don't care. But he started like shouting me out in the chat, we would go back and forth, like not even talking trash, but just responding to each other on Twitter. So I respected his grind, but he talked a lot of trash. He talked about how Mookie was a choke artist and how the Dodgers had a horrible bullpen and how their starters would crumble and how Dave was terrible, and pretty much everything that Hog predicted failed. And this isn't me talking trash. I'm just saying it's got to be like, damn, because some of the stuff he was saying, wasn't like hindsight's 2020. So it's easy to say, okay, he was wrong now. But at the time, it was very easy to say, okay, you don't have the starters. Your bullpen's not going to hold up to this. They can't do this. Mookie was in a slump. So it's not like he was up here just making up stuff. He just counted on all of it staying that way. And all of it would have had to stay that way for the Padres to win. And it didn't stay that way. And the Padres didn't win. And then that house of cards just came crashing down on him and the Padres. So I don't think he should have quit. I think he was entertaining. But I've only seen him a couple of times since. But yeah, man, I do feel bad for a lot of those fan bases and a lot of those creators who kind of just had to, the world came crashing down when they thought they were on the top of the world. And that's a gut punch for sure. What do you think about Vladimir Guerrero Jr. wanting $500 million extension? Is he worth it? He wants more, I think. I think he wants more than that. And I don't know if he's going to get that, but the Mets are going to pay. If another team is in the realm, like I think the Mets will again be the highest bidder in it. And if he's going strictly after the highest amount of money, that it just might be the New York Mets again. But at some point, the New York Mets are going to have to start spending on pitching. They're going to have to start spending on pitching. Roki pitches a perfect game this year. Ooh, that's a good take, Ran. If that happens, ooh, let me get the horn for that. Man, BC, what happened to that guy? Really retired? I haven't seen him, man. Alfonso says Hogwatch thinking twice of his team selection. I give it to him, man. He traveled. He came to Dodger Stadium to watch his team, right? He ducked a couple post-game shows, blaming it on the internet. I was there. Internet was fine. But he did go. He did go. He went to Dodger Stadium to watch it. He went to Petco. Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Dodgers were the ones doing the heartbreaking. This is true. You think Roki announcing his marriage was to make sure OF and Thoughts will know they have no chance so Roki can fully focus on baseball? I don't think that ever crossed his mind. I don't think these guys think about that. Not those guys. Hogwatch now does live pre-recorded stunts that gets no pre-recorded stunts. What do you mean? I haven't seen it. What do you mean? I gotta tell you. Oh, okay, do vlogs now. Okay, so I don't know. And like I said, I'm not bashing the guy. I'm not. It's very sad. Padres thought they won the World Series when they beat the Dodgers, didn't finish the season. Yep. Chris, what's up, my brother? Appreciate you, my guy. Hope you and the family are doing well, sir. Empire Jet, but a hog and a milk carton. Actually, Chris designed that. I asked for it, right? I asked for it, but I did put him on the milk carton. That's the one that he ducked the post game when he left Dodger Stadium. That's the one he ducked, and I was posted it everywhere. Tagged him on Twitter, IG. I got him on the community post here on YouTube. Yeah, we was looking for him. Young says, I hope May can hold it until at least Kershaw returns. Yeah, man. I hope he can stay healthy. This is his walk year. This is his money year. So I think that this kid has a chance to have a pretty decent to strong season, man. If healthy, he's always been filthy. He just got to stay healthy. Facts on the Mets, Jeff. They need pitching. Their offense is pretty solid. Yeah, I just don't know if they're going to get the arms, man. I think they're focused on those just shiny bats, right? The shiny stars. You saw that ball go over Soto's head? Hey, man, he's gonna cost them runs in that outfield. I'm telling you, man. He's going to have to become a DH eventually. Like last one, he tries to set up a friend with an older woman, but they're clearly bad actors. It's also fucking cringe. Really? I may have to check that out. I may have to spark up the rivalry here. I may have to try to bring him back to the game. I have to piss him off just to get him back, right? Come on, Hoggy. Come on, Hoggy. Don't do that, Hoggy. Don't do that, Hoggy. You had a good run, Hoggy. Run it back. Run it back, Hoggy. Run it back. We did it with love. Be better, Hog. Yeah. It's true. See, like, don't. You guys gotta understand, man. I control the best of them if I want to. I could talk trash to the best of them if I want to, and I got a graphic god. All right? I got a graphic god. I got a guy who can create a graphic that we could put you in a place and people will believe you were there. like I got a graphic god. Don't. That's like having sniper money, man. Like, don't. I got a graphic god, yo. All right. Don't do it. That was comedy. Hog was going hog wild on that triple play game. Yeah, and then the next day we won the division. And I pointed that out too during that stream. I was like, we're winning the division tomorrow. We're winning the division tomorrow. Damn it. I don't know which one is the cricket, so I got to try to find it. There. First try. Just remember, cricket is orange. Remind me. If I ask y'all, say the orange button, because I don't got these labeled. I'm a clown. I'm an idiot when it comes to this. So that was it. The game after the triple play game, it was followed by. It was it. It was done. And you kind of saw it coming in because he kind of popped off a little too early, celebrating like he won the division when that triple play was filthy. That was beautiful. All right. That was one of the most best plays that I could ever be in awe of over something that just beat my team. But it was incredible. But they lost the division the next night. Yamamoto ain't settling like Roki and Shohei. Dude be dating models. Yoshi knows how to party, bro. he's a little different. Yoshi's a little different. So this is why I said that. So you remember when I told you that during the free agency process, like that Ohtani and Roki were very similar about it was very hard to get any type of intel. Anybody I talked to, and you guys know I got a little, I be getting some MLB insight, right? Those two guys I could really get nothing on. Everything I had from those guys was based off pure kind of intuition, assumption, gut feeling, and a lot of homework that I did over years. But Yamamoto had actual intel. I had actual intel, and I got the receipts for it. Go back and watch the days leading up to his signing. Hours before he signed, I said it was happening. I had said that he wasn't going to the Rams game when the internet was running wild with it because I knew he wasn't. And I got the receipts for it. Yamamoto's a dude who isn't as shielded. He isn't as guarded. He isn't as quiet. Now, dating a model is a lot different than dating an OF or a thought. You know what I mean? It's not. He's dating someone with an agent. You know what I mean? Models have agents too. So it's like, it's a totally different thing. But Yamamoto, he's a little bit more out there than these other two guys. He's a little bit different. Gronk AI on Twitter is crazy too. I was able to get a picture of Darvin Ham shaking Diddy's hand so realistic. Oh yeah, I've got it and haven't used it. I mean, I've got some of those AI things are nuts. Those things are crazy. But I'd rather use the true artist. I'd rather use the graphic of a true artist. AI is a great tool, but when you got a true artist, in the circle, I always try to get that work first, man, because it's a blessing. Let's see, triple play championship banner, right? That's why we always said that the Padres were often like the Clippers, right? They were often like the Clippers. They celebrate just beating us in a regular season game. That's all it is. I was at the triple play game, sucked at the time, but then it was good the next day. Yeah, I was not at that game. Chris says we also put an Astro fan in his mom's basement. We did. Oh, remember that dude? Oh man, that dude. I was cooking that dude. I remember that now. I completely forgot. I've been cooking Astro fans on TikTok for like weeks now. I've been having a ton of fun with them. They take it so personal. They bash my family. They bash it. They just completely cross the line. They completely cross the line. Like it's my fault your team cheated and snitched on themselves. Like it's my fault. But they completely lose their minds, man. Completely. Elias Marquez. What's going on, Elias? Appreciate you, brother. Hope you are doing well. What up, EJ? Haven't been on in a minute, but much love and let's go Dodgers #1. Facts. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Appreciate all you guys for tuning in here on a Tuesday night, man. Make sure to drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. We are 1 week away from Major League Baseball. That counts. One more time for that. So close to Major League Baseball, that counts. Let me get fire emojis in the chat if you're excited about Dodger baseball coming back in a week. We are starting to defend the World Series title a week from today, man. A week from today, it's real. It's really real. It's right here. It's around the corner. It's here. I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Can't wait to be going to all kinds of Dodger games. I can't wait to do meetups with you guys and just hang and watch games either at the ballpark or at a bar or wherever, man. Let's take a trip to San Diego, represent the blue down there, taking a trip to the Bay, going over there, maybe even Arizona, man. I'm trying to get busy this year with this MLB, man. I'm trying to be all over the place covering the Dodgers this year, man. This is the golden era, the blue wave of Dodger baseball, man. And we have a chance to be part of this. So I'm telling you, we're going to be doing hangouts. We're going to be doing meetups. And I want to hang out with you guys. You know what I mean? It's not about people wanting to hang out with the content creator. I'm a nobody. I'm just a guy that get up here and talk sports, man. I'm trying to hang out with like-minded people who want to root for the Dodgers. And this is going to be a special year. So I'm trying to build on that, man. So we're going to make this happen this year. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to be at game 2 and 3 for sure. I'm still working on opening day. Don't know if I'm going to go to that, but game 2 and 3, I'm going to be at. That's the Hershiser jersey one and the ring ceremony one, right? The Friday night and, the Saturday and Sunday games. I'm going to be at those. So can't wait to do that. So let's all make it happen, man. Let's make it happen. Yamamoto living the Playboy life. That's funny. Yamamoto will not marry the common woman. You see the interview asking Hassan Kim who is his best teammate, and they tried saying Outman, but Hassan was like Ohtani. Smart. Let's see. By the way, any update on that fan that tried to rip Mookie's glove off? Last I heard, he went from being they went from being suspended indefinitely to or like that they've been banned. I don't know how long, but I think their season tickets got revoked. I think was the last thing I heard. Yeah. I think they got revoked. Is the last I heard. I'm staying up for those 3 a.m. games. Got to drink 4 Red Bulls, man. Are you doing playback for the first Tokyo game, Jeff? Oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna work a 3 a.m. game. Maybe. But stay tuned for some news on playback soon. Stay tuned for that. You thought last year was special? Wait till this year. Oh yeah, facts, man. When we're repeating, oh man. Who's your dark horse on the Dodgers, Jeff? I'm telling you, man, I think Conforto has a real chance to be a steal for them. I think I don't know. I'm not gonna say he's gonna go full tail. He's gonna have a career year. But he might. I mean, he might. I think Yamamoto's gonna take a leap. It's hard to say that Snell or Glass now are dark horses. Roki, would it? I don't think you can label him a dark horse. I'm gonna say the dark horse for me will be Dustin May or Conforto. I think those 2 guys have a chance to really impact this team. Banned from all major league parks. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I think I remember something else came down after that. The guy who grabbed Mookie was doing interviews, crying about people finding his address and calling him out. Yeah, I mean, you ran your mouth, you did all this stuff, and then you want to tell people to calm down. You can't act a whole fool like that and then run your mouth like, "What's up? I want the smoke. This is what we do," and then cry when people come at you. Can't do that. Which pitcher will surprise you and why? I can't believe I'm about to say this. Kershaw. I think Kershaw is going to give meaningful innings this year. I think so. They do deserve it. But Conforto is a guy that I really think is going to surprise some people. But I think Kershaw, I read somewhere that he talked about spending the offseason working on being a whole new pitcher, a different pitcher. I'm curious to see what that leads to. Imagine trading for Trout, outfielders Conforto, Teo, and Trout. I don't think there's any way we trade for Trout. I don't think we do. What's going on, Michael? The Catman will surprise. I mean, I think he's a good pitcher. I think he's been great in the past. Just is he going to surprise us by playing? Right? Is he going to be healthy between him and Dustin May, man? Kershaw will surprise people if he can go more than 1 inning without giving up 7 runs. Come on. He didn't have a bad year last year, man. He had some meaningful innings for us last year. I'm just telling you. Trout is done, in my opinion. He needs to just stick to DH. Yeah, I think he might be done. Don't know why Trout insists on staying with the Angels. He's just comfortable, man. St. Edmund. He's just comfortable. That's all he's ever known. He's already at this point of his career. He's like, I already did it this long. Why bail now? No point. If I wasn't going to get out there in the peak of everything, why do it now? Maybe he just said he just wants to play and retire an Angel. And I think that it was one of the most wasted opportunities in sports history. That the fact that he stayed there. I'm trying to think of another guy like if KG would have stayed. Now KG was never the best in the world, but if KG would have stayed in Minnesota his whole career, like I'm trying to think of like who else is like that. Like if AD would have stayed with the Pelicans, like Trout staying. These guys were never the best guy in baseball. So I'm trying to think like who was the best. Like Kareem staying in Milwaukee, I think he still could have won. Like who's the best player ever that stayed, like one of like a GOAT level player that stayed, never left the place? Like Barry Sanders comes to mind. Guys that were just incredible and never left. Wasted career. Even if Trout wanted to leave, his contract is too much for teams to want unless Art eats a majority of it, but he won't. I agree. Who would the Dodgers sign on deadline? Name a pitcher and hitter that's best odds being traded to the Dodgers. Traded to the Dodgers? I'm not sure what you mean, Dennis Frazier. Conforto is going to ball out for us. Freeman will have his best year as a Dodger. Ohtani will win MVP again. Oh, God, those would be all incredible. Kevin Garnett, most known for his tenure with the Brooklyn Nets. Tony Gwynn is a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, because I felt like he was. Yeah, Tony Gwynn is a good one. Who else? Let's see. Tony Gwynn is a good one. That's a real good. I love Tony Gwynn. Rest in peace, Tony Gwynn, man. I love Tony Gwynn. You said Joe Bauer. Like who? What's it going? Who's like best player? Like Trout, someone like a Trout who could have been best of his era and just stuck it out on a terrible team. Was Cal Ripken ever like the best though? He was good. I don't know if he was ever the best. Like Tony Gwynn's a good one. Tony Gwynn's a good one. Cal was nice, but I don't know if he was the best. Like if Griffey stayed, or like if A-Rod stayed in Seattle the whole time, you know, like he didn't obviously, but I'm saying like a player like that, you know, like a A-Rod, like a Mike Trout, like a Ken Griffey Jr., like a Barry Bonds, like most of these guys moved around, but Trout didn't. Is there anyone on that level that you can think of? Tony Gwynn's a good one. Anyone you can think of on that level that stayed? Ichiro, he eventually left though. He eventually left. Clayton Kershaw, what's going on? But he won though. But he won. You know, he's won 2 World Series. And like now you got me thinking of a pitcher because that's a good. What is this chord? There we go. That's a good one. Charlie Blackmon. Charlie Blackmon was really good, but he was never like a top 3 player in baseball, let alone the best. Karl Malone tried to steal a ring with the Lakers. Ted Williams. Okay. Ted Williams. You know, it's crazy. You see that one that stat that showed that Ted Williams played more games in a stretch than Rincon did, and he was fighting in World War II during the time. Like that's crazy. That's a crazy stat. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think Mike Trout might be the best guy to never leave his team, even though he should have. I think he might be. Poor Angel, says Jasper. What's going on, Jasper? What about Sandy Koufax? But they won some games, right? I mean, talking like Sandy Koufax. I don't know if I as far as like never leave, that should have left. Like Like Jeter, another one. He never should have considered leaving, right? Talk about a guy that should have left. The guy that didn't win any championships because he stayed with the team and he was the best player in the world and never left to go play for something that mattered. Yes, and he has like 4 rings. No, that doesn't. Mike Trout might be the only one, y'all. He might be the only one. Mike Trout, Tony Gwynn. But did the Padres win a World Series in like 84 or something like that? Hold on, let me see. What was that them? Am I tripping? Have they won a World Series? No, that was the Tigers, I think. No, I'm tripping. I'm super tripping. Who won? Trying to think. Hold on, let me see here. Super tripping on the Padres. Who am I thinking? Who am I mistaken for Tony Gwynn? Allen Iverson did finally get traded and move, though. Yeah, and then Detroit. Yeah. King Felix. Yeah, he left way too late. Barry Bonds or Ken Griffey Jr. Well, Barry Bonds left and went to the Giants, left Pittsburgh, and Ken Griffey left Seattle for Cincinnati. Kirk Gibson's Tigers are running. I mean, Kirk Gibson came to the Dodgers and won MVP in a World Series in '88, right? I don't think people realize how short of a time he was a Dodger. He had such a magical run when he was there, and then he was gone, right? He lives in Dodger lore forever, like he was a long-term Dodger, and he simply wasn't. He was not. Yep. Yeah, I think people envision Kirk Gibson as being this longtime Dodger, and it just wasn't the case. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. But Mike Trout got to get the heck out of Anaheim, man. He's got to. I think Trout is the best player to waste his career with team going over. Yeah, he's got to be. I think it's settled now. I think we've determined it. Man. But I appreciate you guys. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down for the night. Thank you guys for tuning in. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. Thank you for spending the hour with me. We are 1 week away from Dodger baseball, as Ohtani, Yamamoto, and Roki Sasaki look to head home in Dodger blue to represent the Dodgers and their country in Japan to open up the season. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Drop a like on the video on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. I will catch you guys up here again tomorrow night. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Stay safe as we get closer to Dodger baseball. As always, let's go Dodgers. Let's go Lakers. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Love y'all. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.